It was supposed to be Meghan Markle's latest attempt at rebranding herself, her newly launched lifestyle project. With Love, Megh paraded as a polished rival to Gwyneth Paltrow's Goop and Martha Stewart's empire. But instead of admiration, the Duchess found herself at the very center of ridicule when Dame Helen Mirren, one of Britain's most respected actresses, delivered a sharp, cutting mockery of Meghan's brand on the Graham Norton Show. The audience roared with laughter, the panel joined in the fun, and Meghan, according to close insiders, was left absolutely fuming in rage at what she saw as a direct attack on her credibility and dignity. For a woman desperate to be taken seriously in the lifestyle and media world, the timing of this humiliation could not be worse. Helen Mirren didn't mince words. With her trademark wit, she poked fun at the over-polished branding, the painfully staged photo shoots, and the pretentious tone Meghan attempted to portray in with Love, Megh. Rather than celebrating Meghan's so-called vision, Mirren delivered a stinging caricature of what many critics have already whispered. Meghan's efforts are less about genuine passion and more about self-promotion disguised as authenticity. The crowd's reaction made it clear people weren't buying Meghan's act, and Mirren's playful mockery only confirmed what countless observers already believe. What makes this moment particularly damaging for Meghan is the status of Helen Mirren herself. Here is a woman universally admired, a Hollywood legend, and a cultural icon in Britain. When she makes a joke, it lands with credibility. And when she chooses Meghan as her target, it reinforces the narrative that Meghan's attempts to win admiration are backfiring spectacularly. Mirren's mockery wasn't random entertainment, it reflected the very skepticism that hangs over Meghan's every move since she left the royal family. Instead of appearing as a visionary entrepreneur, Meghan is increasingly seen as someone who chases clout and overcompensates for a lack of originality. The humiliation didn't stop at the laughter in the studio. Clips from the show quickly went viral online, sparking wave after wave of mocking commentary on social media. Viewers ridiculed Meghan's new venture, pointing out its uncanny resemblance to existing lifestyle platforms, while others echoed Mirren's sly suggestion that Meghan's brand feels hollow and performative. What should have been a triumphant rollout for With Love, Megh instead became a global punchline, with Meghan portrayed as thin-skinned, opportunistic, and incapable of producing anything truly unique. The timing of this blow is crucial. Meghan has been banking heavily on With Love, Megh to restore her public image after a string of embarrassments, including failed Spotify deals and declining public sympathy. Yet, rather than building credibility, she continues to encounter ridicule from respected voices. The fact that a figure as beloved as Helen Mirren openly mocked her on such a high-profile platform underscores how little authority Meghan commands in cultural spaces. If she expected Hollywood royalty to rally behind her, this moment proved the opposite. Her supposed allies are increasingly turning her into a laughingstock. For Meghan, the public rejection stings precisely because she craves legitimacy in arenas beyond the royal family. She abandoned her senior royal duties, claiming she wanted independence and freedom to shape her own path. But time and again, her attempts to stand on her own merit have collapsed under the weight of scrutiny. Mirren's public mockery crystallized this reality. Meghan is not seen as a pioneer, but as a pretender, a woman trying desperately to carve out relevance by recycling ideas already perfected by others. And make no mistake, Meghan's reaction was far from calm. Reports suggest she was furious, interpreting Mirren's performance not just as casual humor but as a calculated attempt to undermine her brand. Insiders say Meghan sees every criticism as an orchestrated attack, further fueling the perception that she lacks the resilience and confidence to navigate the tough world of media and business. In this sense, Mirren's mockery didn't just expose the fragility of Meghan's brand, it exposed the fragility of Meghan herself. The more Meghan lashes out at criticism, the more she validates the public skepticism. Rather than brushing it off and allowing her work to speak for itself, she reportedly spirals into defensive outrage, feeding the very cycle that keeps her in the headlines for the wrong reasons. Helen Mirren's roast on Graham Norton was a devastating blow precisely because Meghan couldn't control the narrative. For once, she wasn't producing a glossy interview, a Netflix docuseries, or a curated podcast. She was the unwilling subject of ridicule, and the world laughed at her expense. In the end, this episode highlights a sobering truth. Meghan Markle continues to chase influence in circles that reject her. She wants to be the queen of Hollywood lifestyle branding, but instead she has become a running joke for cultural icons who see through the facade. Helen Mirren's Mockery wasn't just about with love. Megh, it was about Meghan's entire pattern of overpromising, under-delivering, and presenting herself as something she is not. And if Meghan can't find a way to withstand these humiliations with grace, she risks further cementing her reputation as the woman who left royalty in search of greatness, only to end up a caricature of her own ambition.